Today, we are talking about Dr. Joe Dispenza's 5 steps to changing your life. Dr. Joe Dispenza is the most talked about voices in the personal transformation field. He mixes neuroscience with quantum physics and helps people rewire their brains. They helps people rewire their subconscious minds and to it helps them to get to the life of their dreams. So today we're gonna get into his 5 steps for changing your life. So let's get into it. The first step that he's talking about is to disconnect from your world. What does that mean? It means that you need to put your phone down. You need to turn the TV off. You need to turn everything off so you can hear yourself. Get disconnected from everything around you. Get into a room, a quiet room, or a quiet place where you can be just you and your thoughts. Step two, breathe and center yourself. When you center your attention into the present moment, you are the most powerful to create. Now, when we sit down, most of the time, our minds are trying to go in the future, are trying to predict the future, or to go and relive the past. They're going back to the past memories that you go in your head over and over and over again. This is all normal to go in the future and to go back in the past. This is normal. Your brain is not used to it for you to sit down and just be still. What you have to do in that moment is just remember that you have to be at the present moment. It's okay for this thought for the past and the future to come, but when you realize that you have those thoughts, just come back to the present moment. When we sit down to meditate, this is such a powerful time to create because we are centering ourselves. That's what he's talking about. Breathe and center yourself. Close your eyes. Breathe and start centering yourself. You can do that with meditations. He has great meditations. You should go and look most of them. He has one about changing boxes, so switching from one reality to another. He has for abundance and all kinds of meditations. I highly recommend them. They are truly amazing. I have told this before, but we have 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day, and 90% of them are repetitive. That means that it's from the day before and the day before and the day before. So when we sit down to meditate and when we try to be still and when we try to be in the present moment and concentrate on our breathing, it's normal for our brain to go back and forth to the past and future, past and future. Now, when you're able to control your attention and to stay at the present moment, that means that you are able to start creating intentionally. So, number three is going to be create your future self. How do you want your future self to be? Are you able to have a vision in your mind while you are in the state? And see yourself in the future. Feel that you already are there, not like you're looking at the outside, but are you able to be in that moment? Are you able to be in the future and to see yourself having the life that you want? The question here is, can you be defined by a vision from the future instead of the memories of the past? This is this is what he's trying to make you do, to see yourself in the future, but and to live in that moment. For you are in that state. Now it's time to ask yourself, who do I want to be? How do I want my life to look like? And he says to take your time and think about that. This is going to be the most important question that you ever gonna answer. If you take the decision that you want to change and you go through all of those 5 steps and you ask yourself that question, take your time, really, really well think about who you want to be and make the decision. Once start thinking about the answer of this question, you are already starting to change your brain. You are creating a new sequences, you are creating a new combinations and new patterns in your brain. So you are already start to change your brain. Now, once you have that vision, it's time for you to choose the emotion that you want to feel in that future. And you have to teach your body that when you see that vision, These are the emotions that you're gonna feel. And what Joe Dispenza is saying is that you have to, you when you're in that meditating state, you don't get up until you start feeling those feelings. Now, step four, it's gonna be rehearse your new future. Start doing the things that you will do when you're in that future self. Like that, you are making your subconscious mind believe that it's already here. And your manifestation, your future self, will come faster to you. I always like to give that example. If you want, let's say, if you want a car or a house, if you want a car, go to a dealer shop. Go do the test driving. If you want a house, start looking for houses. Go, start going to open houses. It doesn't hurt to look, right? You can pretend that you have it. Maybe your vision is how you driving your dream car. Go and actually do it. Why not? That actually is gonna help your vision. You're gonna be able to visualize how the dealer shop looks like, or when you open Zillow, or when you go to the open house, how it's gonna feel like. That's actually is gonna help you. And the last step is gonna be number five. Let go of your past self. You can't go to the future if you're holding back to the past self. Decide what thoughts you can't take with you and write them down. Write it down because you are going to let them go like that. You're going to see them on paper. You're going to realize it. And you're going to start catching your thoughts. You're going to start correcting them at the moment. I have thoughts like, I can't. It's too hard. I'll never change. Or what's wrong with me? It's someone else's fault. Write them down. Like that, you're gonna be able to start identifying when you are thinking about them, right? And you're gonna be able to change them at the moment. Next thing is decide on what behaviors to actions or unconscious decisions you want to remove. You blame someone else. Do you make excuses? Become so conscious about those behaviors that you will never go conscious again. You have to start looking at the patterns of what you think, how you behave, everything that you are. You have to start looking into it and start being conscious about it and changing it at that moment. And lastly, decide which emotions are not gonna come with you to the future self. Which negative emotions are not gonna come with you. Because if you're letting yourself getting angry, get frustrated, maybe you're getting jealous, maybe if you're letting those negative emotions still come, still make you blood going, right? And you're getting so impulsive and you are not able to control yourself, that means that the energy you're going to put out there is going to be negative and the circle will repeat. So even if you see your bright future and everything looks amazing in there, if you're behaving the same way that you're used to behave, if you feel the same emotions, if you have the same thoughts, nothing will change. By changing all of those three things, your thoughts, your emotions, your behaviors, you are reprogramming your subconscious mind. If you're not reprogramming the subconscious mind, nothing will change. So Dr. Joe Dispenza wants us to change from inside out. When something goes bad, don't go point fingers on someone else. Everything begins and starts with you. It's like a circle. Life begins with you. You're going through life and it ends with you. Up. It's circle. Everything begins and ends with us. Always look at yourself. Always try to be better. You have to begin to condition your body to your mind. And lastly, what he's saying is if you do this every day, your personality creates your reality. If you change the way you think, the way you act, what your thoughts are, if you change the vision about yourself, if you change the behaviors of how you act, and you're changing your personality. You are becoming a different person. You're changing from inside out. And that's gonna affect your outer world and you're gonna change your reality. I really hope you took those 5 steps and you're gonna implement them because they're very powerful. Dr. Joe Dispenza is one of the best in that field, and he has changed a lot of lives. He has changed my life. And get inspired to create. Get inspired. Get that feeling that you want to change your life. Get that feeling that get that vision so clear that every time when you look at that vision, when you repeat that, your emotions and the way you and who you are have nothing more to do than change. And you change and your life will change. Thanks so much for watching. It's going to be a huge help if you hit the subscribe and the like button and leave me a comment which of these 5 steps is your favorite. And thanks so much for watching. I'm going to see you in the next one.